Good night, fellow punters. The clock on the wall says 3 minutes past 10 on Monday night, isn't it? You wouldn't know what day of the week it is. Well, I don't anyway, as you know. But when you start a tour on a Sunday, normally they used to be on Mondays at the start. It's easy to keep track of it. Yeah, but it is Monday night. Tuesday is tomorrow. Tuesday follows Monday. Yeah, we got that right. The headby's a bit light. It was light today. We didn't get out of Dodge until nearly 11:30 this morning. They decided to do a walk around Kinsale. So I had my breakfast at 8 and I was over after 10, so I was waiting for them. And I says, we're on our way to Dingle. I said, we'll pull in Killarney. No. Do you want to do any bit of the Ring of Kerry? No. Do you want to see any castles or anything on the Ring of Kerry? No. Okay. Do you want to stop on the way? No, unless we get hungry or want to go to the bathroom. Both happened. But it wasn't for a full meal. It was for, I think, the lad went in for a sandwich and she had to go to the pisser at some stage as well. So that was from Castlemane out, I think. I pulled in somewhere. But we went out Schley Drive. They wanted to go out. They picked a restaurant. They wanted to eat in it. When we arrived, it was closed. Not alone was it closed today, it has been closed for the last 12 months. It was over there on where the fort is. They went in to look at the fort. They got wet. They didn't mind. There was sheep there. They took pictures. They didn't mind. We came back then and I dropped them at the hotel where they were staying. Skellig. That's where they are. And I waited for them 20 minutes and I brought them to a restaurant that they had picked out where they'd eat. Ashes. It was Ashes, all right. It was closed. I think they closed on a Monday. And then they went to another one. It was after 6 o'clock then. So I had fish and chips in a small little restaurant up the town. I asked for dessert. No dessert. Not too bad. So I headed back here then. Watched a couple of races back. And done looking at a few races for tomorrow. So they're staying in Drummond Castle tomorrow night. I'm staying somewhere close to that, at the Drummond Inn, I think it is. But all they want to do is go through Adair tomorrow, and they want to see Innis, and they want to see some other town. But they're a small enough town, so we're leaving at 9 o'clock. So I don't know what we'll do for the second half of the day, unless maybe they're decided to eat or something in some of the towns. I'm not sure. But the following day will be the Cliffs of Moher on the way to Cundanagalliva. And we're staying one night in Galway and one night in Ashford Castle they're staying. Anyway, we had one runner today. There was one pulled out. I don't know why. I don't know what the excuse was. I'll look at it in the morning to see what was the story. And the other one, I'm afraid, I was saying last night the handbrake would need to be off. I think the handbrake was in the on position. It was in the on position as well, with the same colours with Norwegie, and there was a gamble pulled 20s into 15 to 2 with the outsider, Glenquin Castle. That won 7 in a row before, so it was well handicapped. So a good trainer to pull the gamble for them famous colours. But our colours reminded me today of Golf Marin. Do you remember that? We tipped it up last year and backed it a couple of times, and then we let her off, and it won at 10 to 1 later in the year. Or was it this year? It was this year. But that'll win a couple of races too, when they decide, I suppose. But they're not watching this channel, or maybe they are, but they don't want to give us handy money. But what can we do? It has the form to win and is well handicapped, I'll tell you that. It'll win a couple of races. It's only a 4-year-old. We might see what it'll do. A step of a trip probably might be no harm for it. So we'll watch to see what to do with it. It could be one for Listowel. It's only a 4-year-old. They might win it in that handicap hurl. Yeah, that could be the plan. You wouldn't know. But anyway, on to tomorrow. A couple of bus horses. There's several bus horses run tomorrow. There's 2 non-runners I see now. City Falls is pulled out, pulling in green, and there was another one as well that I had that we had earmarked for again. Echoes in Rain done us a good turn in Punchestown in when was that? April. It seems so long ago, or was it May? We'll soon see. Just an app of the day at 100 to 30, and it went off 7 to 4 or 13 to 8. Absolutely hosed up. Had a run in Ascot since in the Group 1. It was the 29th of April. That was a grade 1. Group 1 then on the flat in the behind Courage One of Me in the Gold Cup. That should be winning tomorrow. It opened 100 to 30. It's into 15 to 8 with 365. Gone 11 to 10. Oh jeez, I never got out the thing. Hang on there now. We're nearly out of petrol. Hello. Petrol injector gone in. Where was I? Be hoping that will be winning tomorrow. There is that Wellshurst there. As is that, but I'd be disappointed if Echoes in Rain can't win that tomorrow. There's our buddy tomorrow as well. I hope he wins it. Is Samrogue. Won the same race last year. Is rated 54 now. Won the same race last year of 64. It had come down last year from 65 to 53, and it hosed up in Cork by 3 lengths, and it was put up 11 pounds. Hence, it was the 64. It went from 67 down to 55, down to 53. The same mark as Cork last year. It was very unlucky not to win. It rained, pish rained that day, and that was the difference, winning and losing that race that day. And it was only put up a pound. But like, if it had hosed up that day, it could have got the 11 pounds the same as last year. It's on the very left of the screen here as we pick it up.
Longer, Hot Whispers, and also getting into it is My Girl Sue, racing inside the final furlong, and it's Jazzy Dancer and Linger for Longer on the stand side, and it's Linger for Longer with the advantage on the stand side. Samrogue over the far side, not a lot to choose between them, but Linger for Longer is in front. Linger for Longer, it's 4 for the Lily on the right. Linger for Longer just edges out Samrogue. In third was Hot Whispers ahead of...
If you look at that race last year, it gave a stone to Teddy Boy, and this year it's getting a pound. So it's so well handicapped, it's unreal. It loves top of the ground, like as in Dundalk, top of the ground. It has been earmarked for this. It opened 5 to 2 earlier on. I wouldn't be surprised if it drifts a bit, because that could go out, because the owner doesn't bet on the track. So it could go out at the track tomorrow. There could be a higher SP. If it drifts, I wouldn't be too worried about it. To make a Trixie, they're short for some people. To make a Trixie, there's a horse Fiercewell in at the weights. Expound, rated 78. The next, they're all carrying Tinstone 3, bar one at the bottom that's rated 45. That'll be given a power of weight away in handicaps. It'll be given £12, we'll say, to Night Sleeper. It'll be given this, so it's very well in. It was second the last time. It went up £5 for it being second. And it was his first run for the Joyce Yard. This Song Is For You, to move from Dennis Hogan. So if that can back that up on the surface tomorrow. That's the main danger, is that, well, it ran in Dundalk there, it was third a couple of times, so it should be all right on the surface. It's a 5-4 shot, so if I put them three together in a Trixie, a fairly good Trixie, that 5-4 favourite. There's one other horse tomorrow that I picked out. It's in the 5.55 at Galway. There's a 2-1 favourite there, Giuseppe Cassioli. I think he was Italian origin, was he? If you look at the race, normally when I'm handicapping a race, I'd eliminate the 5 that's out of the handicap. There's 5 of them there from 7 down to 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. I'd eliminate them and I'd work from there up. But if you look from there up, Pimstrel, Stormeric, Dance Emperor, they're having great form and they're getting on, like myself. The 2 at the top of the market are at the top of the handicap. Mercurial, there's question marks about the trip. There's question marks about the trip for Cassioli. So back down we come to try and get something to at least place, if not win. And I come up with Purrring Along. If you look at it, it's rated 47. Now this is absolutely basement stuff. But it was with Homer Scott, and he was even 61 at one point there. But he has a few good runs there behind him. He was third to Cafec in Limerick at a mile. And it was fourth to Chimerick, fifth to Barnhill Rose. But if we look at that, I'm thinking that I'm trying to get a horse that will be finishing off stronger and the other ones will be weakening. And if you look at his run here, he's on the very left as we pick it up, in the black and green.
The rail with the noseband is Leviosa, closing as Han Solo along with Golden Freckle, and out wide is darkened as they race to the final couple of furlongs, and it's Leviosa, Barnhill Rose, challenged by Han Solo, then Golden Freckle, and darkened next with Faithful Prince. Palace Moor last joins the fun, ahead of Ristart they race to the final furlong, and it has an open look to it, within the centre Han Solo grinding it out with Barnhill Rose. Chimeric, look out for that one, who's coming home best of all, and out wider still is Putting Along, and it's Chimeric from off the pace to go on and score from Han Solo, Dark and Putting Along.
He finished well there, and
Chimeric it is.
when we picked it up first, he was on the very left, and then he got buried in behind Horse, and then he made a nice move in the finish. Han Solo has won since. It's an open contest there. He's only 4, or she's only 4 to the filly. An each way bet, but I'd be hoping that it'd be competitive in the last furlong, because it is a 7 furlong, and that's strong enough. It's 6-1 there. Some of them are paying, the Green Bookie is paying 4 places there, and that there's only 11 declared. That was an outsider. I'm not saying put the 4 of them together, put the Trixie together and each way play on that. There's another one running tomorrow, the 6.55. It's a competitive race. Chatterbox. We backed him, and it was desperate and lucky. But Johnny Murta has won. That's had a good run in a first time in a handicap the last time. Chatterbox is an each way bet. They're paying 4. Back and trip wouldn't be a problem. That cost me money the last time. Pale Moonlight is running. Remember, he got left at the start. He closed to finish 8th. I needed him to finish in the first 5, or was it 6th that day? And I had 3 placed, and I had each way lucky 15. But if someone each way play maybe on Chatterbox, but there is strong market for money for that. Carmia. Mort has a good run of luck lately, a good run of form. The last 14 days, 4 out of 26, 15%. That was the first time in a handicap and the handbrake off, 7-1. Anyway, it's not that but this. Now, it's time for the cot. The early start in the morning. Bash the bookies, over and out.